Inflation, out of control. Taxes, raising faster than incomes. Crime, worse than ever. Someone has to do something. Well, someone is in this November's general election. Introducing the Replacements. Fresh new candidates with the experience, drive, and courage to take a stand.
Welcome back to another episode of The Replacements. I'm Paul Beran, and with me is Richard Hayden. We're actually in the current election for the fall general election here in Fairfax County. Richard is running for supervisor of the Mount Vernon district. I happen to be running for the Franconia district. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. It's great to be here.
Now, you have run several times before, not necessarily for supervisor. Why this time?
Well, this time I'm concerned about the status of things in the neighborhood. The crime rate is up. Larcenies, in particular shoplifting, is up 50%,
Wow.
which is unacceptable. And the cost of living, taxes have gone up 3 times faster than income over the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't have that. It's unsustainable. And then, of course, schools, is an issue.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about now Richard Hayden as a person.
Well, I'm a real estate attorney by trade. That's what I do during the day when I'm not running for office.
Mm-hmm.
I also volunteer in the neighborhood. I'm a Eucharistic minister at my church, which is Good Shepherd Catholic Church. I'm also a member of the Knights of Columbus, where we run a charitable arm, and we've raised $5 million over the last 10 years
Wow.
to give away to local and national charities.
There you go.
Just another concerned citizen. I don't like the direction of our country, and I certainly don't like the direction of our county, and Mount Vernon in particular. Crime is up, the cost of living is up, and school performances are down.
And how will you change that?
Well, I'll change it. First of all, we need to hire more police officers. We need more police officers. We're down 200 officers as it is. That's from pre-COVID numbers, but we need to have more officers on there. We need to also lower the cost of living. Real estate taxes have risen 3 times faster than income over the last 20 years, and we can't have that. It's just unsustainable. We can't keep our seniors here, and that's the problem is, our most precious resource that we have, human resource, are children and seniors. Seniors being priced out of here because of the cost of living, and we're doing our children a disservice by the poor education that they get.
What are we going to see in terms of the election?
Well, in terms of the election, we need to have turnout. We need Republicans to come out and vote. We need people and we need independents to vote. We need Democrats to vote. These issues cut across whether you're a Democrat, independent, or Republican. So we need people to vote in an off year, and a lot of times people only vote in a general election with a presidential candidate.
Let's talk about affordable housing.
Right, and the lack thereof.
Yeah.
Homelessness is a problem. It's chronic homelessness. That's why we have so much panhandling in Fairfax County, especially in Mount Vernon, certainly in Franconia, where you're running. We need to stop that. We need to get people into housing people from transitional housing into regular housing, and then we need to keep it such that we have single-family zoned houses. We can't go into these multi-zoning situations where homes are clustered in together. There goes the leafy suburbs, and we've all bought into this area, if you want to be in a leafy suburb. And right now, with the way that the zoning is going and the way the current board of directors is going, we're going to lose that opportunity.
Now, I understand that you have participated in this really cool idea from down on US 1. Speaking of US 1, with the Great American Walk of Fame. Tell us about that.
So you've heard of the Hollywood Walk of Fame, where they honor actors and actresses, and that's Tinseltown, and that's not as genuine as this would be, as you've said.
Now, who else are you working with on that project?
Well, Paul Beran.
Oh, yeah.
It's a joint venture here, and it's along Richmond Highway, so it's where they're redeveloping the highway, and it's 6 miles south and then 6 miles north, so it's going to be on both sides of the highway, and it's a great opportunity to draw tourists into the area, because they're going to come in to see Mount Vernon, to the estate of George Washington, so that's going to bring them out to Route 1. It's going to help businesses. It's a tourist attraction. It's getting public interest first.
I'm so glad that you're working with me on that project. I can't think of a better partner.
Thank you.
And I would be so honored to work with you across the highway as supervisors.
Yes.
So come back to the next edition of The Replacements, and you'll meet the next candidate.
Join the replacement movement. Go to thereplacements.us to learn more. Make sure you elect replacement candidates this November. Look for the R next to their name. Paid for by the Virginia Project, thereplacements.us. Not authorized by any candidate or candidate's campaign.